So one of the words I've learned over time that we are the true master of our multiverse, and that means that the words we use are so powerful. The things that set us apart from the other beings on our planet, like animals and such, as we actually have the power to share our thoughts into words. And when we use words to share our thoughts, we can together we can move mountains, we can build tunnels through mountains, we can build bridges to connect mountains. Like, we are so powerful because we have the ability to share our ideas with other fellow human beings through our words. And so it's so important to use your words so carefully, because that is your superpower as a human being on this planet. And so one of the words that I have eliminated from my vocabulary is should. And instead of saying should, I'll say could. It rhymes, right? So it's really easy to remember. Should versus could. So if I say to myself, I should exercise, I should be a better parent, I should be a better daughter, I should be a better wife, I should be a better sister, I should eat healthier, I should, right? There's a lot of judgment going on, right? I make myself wrong. I talk about how, like, the right thing to do is blah, 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 blah. The word could, instead, the word could is about choice, right? And it's not about making anything right or wrong. It's merely an option. You could clean up your room, Austin. You could put away your toys before bed. You could track everything that you put in your mouth. You could eat lots of vegetables. You could exercise if you desire to do so. You could start a yoga practice. You could continue and keep up a meditation practice. You could set an intention before everything you did. You could pray when you need for help. You could ask for help if you desire to. You could be a wonderful, caring, loving daughter, husband, wife, daughter, kid, sister, all that stuff, right? Could. It's such a big difference. It's coming from a place of power. It's coming from a place of choice. It's coming from a place of, I have these options, and I'm going to pick the one that resonates the most with me, the one that is reflective of my actualized self, the one that is aligned with my soul's expansion and growth, the one that makes sense to me. And I'm going to powerfully choose the one that resonates the most with me, versus I should do this, and you feel guilt, and you feel resentment, you feel judgment, you feel all this stuff. You know, like, even if someone says, you should, instead, like, when people say, I should, I'm like, you shouldn't have to do anything. You could, you know, and automatically, like, they start seeing, like, oh, yeah, I could, right? This is an option. I could. And then it's so powerful. So powerful. So try it on for size. Next time you hear yourself saying the word should, flip it really quick and say, wait a minute, I don't use the word should in my vocabulary. I say could. I could do this, or I could do that. You know, like, it's like you're just perusing through your options. You're just thinking about the possibility. You're creating as we speak. You're thinking about, notice there's no judgment. There's no right. There's no wrong. I could. And then you think about it. And you're like, will I? I could. That's an interesting idea. I'll think about it. Yeah, you know what? I think I'll do it. I think I'm going to do it. Right? There's no judgment. So try it on for size. What else? So those are the biggies. So I'm on day 4 of this book called Mirror Work by Louise Hay. And she says, she asks you to let go of your past. Day 4 is letting go of our past. And when you stand in front of the mirror, you can say things like, I'm willing to let go. I release blame. I'm ready to forgive. Right? Because growing up, she said, okay, look, she says, there's 4 columns of information. There's 4 columns of categories you can put your stuff in. It is the big 4. She calls it the big 4. She calls it criticism, fear, guilt, and resentment. And she goes, okay, if you have the big 4 columns and then you start putting examples into each of those columns, like what stuff comes up for you. For me, criticism, there's so much criticism in my life. My husband loves criticizing. My mom is the ultimate criticizer. Fear. The fear is getting better. My dad fears a lot. Like, he fears that he'll accidentally erase something on his text messages or push a button or do something he doesn't mean to do. So fear will stop him. Guilt. I have mom guilt, daughter guilt, wife guilt. Resentment. For a while, I resented my parents for a long time, thinking the reason why I was all jacked up was because of the way they raised me. And so she says that when you have like categories in each of those things, look at those traits, and those are actually a mirror, a reflection for yourself. And so I said that my mom and my husband were big criticizers, and growing up, I criticized a lot. And so if I criticize a lot, then I could talk about how I could let that go. Like, I can let go of my criticism. I can let go of my guilt. I can let go of my resentment. And having a life coach in my life, I really have let go of a lot of the criticism and the fear and the guilt and the resentment. But of course, as you know, you're always leveling up. You're always doing the next thing. You're always like ever expanding and growing. Just because, like, yesterday's video or the day before, my title of the video was, you can never step into the same river twice. Meaning you think, oh, I've already done this. I've already mastered this. I'm already a master of letting go of guilt and resentment and fear. And what was the other thing? Fear, resentment, criticism, stuff like that. I've already let that go, right? Like, I'm good. But the truth is, this moment in your life, at this age, with this circumstances, with the people that are their age, like, those things will never, ever be the same again. So that's what people say. That's what they mean when they say you never step into the same river twice. Meaning just because you think you've mastered something, like just because I said, oh yeah, I have a life coach in my life, and yeah, I've already worked through my fear and my resentment and my guilt and my criticism, so I'm good, right? No, you're not good, because you are good and you're not good. Meaning, there's always the next level of expansion. There's always the next level of growth. There's always the next level of actualization. There's always the next level of transformation. Always, right? Like, I might say I don't consciously complain out loud anymore. I might complain in my head, or maybe I don't even verbally complain, but I might hear something that triggers me, and then instead of being with it and processing and hearing what I'm thinking, I'll say stuff like, oh, I'm just going to put in my earbuds, meaning I am turning myself away from that situation because I'm judging and criticizing that situation like I'm above it. So yeah, there's another level to be dug into here, right? Like, why was that a trigger for me? Why was it when I heard someone complaining, I feel like I wanted to put my earbuds in? It's because it probably reminded myself of my own complaints, right? And me not taking power and owning my life or something. So there's always more. Like, there's always more to level up on. There's always more to discover. There's always more to transform. Always, 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 always. So whenever you use the word should, replace it with the word could. That is the moral of the story today. And then watch all that judgment, criticism, guilt melt away, and see it for the ability to choose and to powerfully create and to weigh out your options and take the option and choose to do what is most aligned for you in your soul's expansion and your growth. Whatever is most aligned with your actualized self, then that's the thing to do. And if you did not already know, I'm a life coach. I go live every single day and I share with you something powerful I've learned. And hopefully something I share with you today was deeply powerful, and hopefully it helps you in your life. And if you saw any value in this video, please share it and help me build my number of viewers. I manifest every day that my videos will reach millions and millions and millions of people, and it starts with one share at a time, one view at a time. So if you like to help this movement of mine, if you see value in the love that I pour into this and the message that I offer, please do share. And if you're looking for a life coach, you're looking to live a deeply transformed, fulfilling, meaningful, infinitely powerful life, then it sounds like you might be interested in having a life coach. If that's the case, reach out to me. In my bio, you can, there's my email address, my phone number, my website. Everything is called Soul, S-O-U-L, Elevated Life. And then also, if you love seeing my videos every day, you can also go to my like page on Facebook called Soul, Elevate Life, and give me a thumbs up. You can give me a like, you can do a follow, and help me build my base there as well. What else? I send you, what should I send you? I send you love, light, profound clarity, and infinite possibility to create the life you desire to live that is aligned with your soul's expansion and growth always. Sending you, I think I just sent you all that stuff. Here's you living a soul elevated life. I don't care how you get to me, just get to me. To quote Train, Pat Monahan, and I will see you tomorrow. I'll end this.